So this was a lot of the talk, is that this Rune protocol was coming up next that would solve a lot of the limitations of BRC-20 that were made, one on an all-nighter with Domo on the back of an envelope. That was amazing innovation, but it never knew it was going to become so big. I always wondered, well, does that mean your BRC tokens are going to go to zero if Rune becomes the protocol? But you're saying not necessarily.
Yeah, I think there's always ways to bridge them, right? And people are going to need to be careful about I think it depends on how agile teams are and what workarounds get done. But I think almost certainly no, right? Because like we've seen it on Ethereum play out at scale, right? So you have the Ethereum virtual machine, and you've got Binance Smart Chain, you've got Avalanche, whatever, Matic, Polygon, all of these things, and it's never meant that like your Ethereum tokens go to zero. It's just like people gravitate around them and trade them for particular things, and things go into fashion, things go out of fashion. People find tech workarounds that are better, and then suddenly everyone goes, "Oh yeah, we should have just stayed on Ethereum layer 1 because the staking's happened and the merge, and it made things easier or whatever." And I think it's always going to be a fashion-led market, and I think it never goes to zero, but obviously there's a bit of a pendulum in these things.
Okay. What do you think about layer 2s like stacks? I had Dr. Munib Ali on the show 2 years ago. It was in proper bear market. And I remember walking out of the studio thinking, he said to me, "I'm the only person doing layer 2 on Bitcoin." And I thought, you probably want to put some money on that, because every other top 100 coin was building on pretty much the ERC-20 system. Fast forward, they've had a huge resurgence in their token. He was there at the Satoshi Roundtable. Everybody was waiting for that upgrade. But also, people were also saying, that's a layer 2, and it's not necessarily what we're doing on the Bitcoin chain. What do you make of stacks? Will it play an important part of the ecosystem, or does it not change the way you're developing?
Yeah, no. So we're always evaluating every scaling solution for Bitcoin, right? And I think. So a little part of our history is like all four of like the founders at OrdinalsBot, the Go-founding team. We started out in stacks, right? So about 3 years ago, I felt that like Bitcoin and DeFi needed to be a thing. So spent a lot of time in the stacks ecosystem, and what Munib and the rest of the stacks ecosystem have done is they built like a real like hardcore group of amazing engineers who were all, and other layer 2s have done so, but I think stacks has always been the one with most traction. And there are other kind of different scaling solutions, but this, what was great about stacks is you gravitated with a lot of very smart engineers trying to think about the future of Bitcoin. And so ourselves and a number of the major builder teams that built a product on Ordinals actually came from the stacks ecosystem, right? So like, I think the crypto ecosystems, and you could name like Polkadot or Cosmos or they're ecosystems that attract a lot of very, very smart engineers, and you'd be insane to write those kind of things off, right? But it's just a longer journey for a layer 2 to get usage. And so Ordinals was the missing piece. And now whatever stacks ends up properly helping Bitcoin scale for will probably be a big thing. But no one really knows whether it's stacks or there's other groups like Bob and a number of others. Udi, who's quite a famous Ordinals personality, is also doing his own layer 2 scaling solution. I think like how the layer 2s pan out is not fully known yet, but it's going to happen very fast.
To continue watching the rest of the episode for free, visit our website londonreal.tv or click the link in the description below.